Want to start selling on Amazon.sa, Amazon Saudi Arabia, without opening a company, doing the full setup, and shipping inventory over to Saudi Arabia? Well, in this video, I'll be talking about the newly launched Amazon FBA Remote Fulfillment Program connecting UAE sellers to customers in Saudi Arabia. What is it? How does it work? And how can you activate it in just a few simple steps? Not only that, I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of this program, and is it really perfect for sellers that are currently selling utilizing Amazon FBA in the UAE? Let's talk about it. So yes, essentially, this program helps sellers that are selling on Amazon UAE with their inventory in FBA warehouses in the UAE sell to customers in Saudi Arabia without having to do any additional logistics by simply activating the remote fulfillment option. So technically speaking, yes, it's a great program, but everything comes with its pros and cons, so let's talk about it. This is not just going to be a discussion video. Of course, I want to give you a lot of information just because you might be very new to selling on Amazon, so I want to ensure that you understand, but I'm also going to be showing you step by step how the program works on Amazon Seller Central. So let's get started. If this is your first time watching a video on this channel, hi, my name is Crystal from the Amazon Sellers Society. And the remote fulfillment option is honestly a great opportunity for anyone that's selling currently on Amazon UAE to immediately and easily expand to Saudi Arabia. So part one, what is remote fulfillment? Quite simply, your units are sitting in Amazon FBA warehouses in the UAE. When you enable this option, your products will show up, your product pages will show up to customers that are shopping on Amazon KSA. If a customer opts to purchase a product, Amazon will handle the pick, pack, and delivery all the way to Saudi Arabia. Essentially, same story as if you're selling a product to somebody that's living in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Al Ain, or anywhere in the UAE. But in this case, it's going to be international shipping, and Amazon will handle everything on your behalf. So pro number one, no extra warehousing required in Saudi Arabia. Pro number two, you do not need to create new product pages because this system operates on what Amazon calls BIL, or Build International Listing, which basically means the product page that you have worked so hard on creating in the UAE will essentially just be copied and show up on Amazon in Saudi Arabia with all of the reviews. Number three, obviously, since you are not warehousing anything in Saudi, there are no warehousing costs, no monthly storage fees. All of your inventory is managed from one location, which is the UAE. Lastly, you just activate it, advertise in Saudi Arabia. Yes, you still need to advertise, and just the system works automatically. Sounds wonderful, but just like in life, in business as well, there's also some cons. Let's talk about them. I would say two main things. Number one, there is still regulatory considerations. So if your products do require additional regulations for them to be shipped or even sold in Saudi Arabia, then you will not be enrolled in this program, or rather you will not be eligible for your products as part of this program, such as if you're selling food, groceries, supplements, even some electronic items would not be accessible through this program. And number two, both sellers have to sell their products a little bit more expensive, but also customers that are purchasing the product will have to pay import charges, making it a little bit less competitive than current products that are in the market. Why all of this? We'll talk about it in the video. Number two, who can actually use this program? You're eligible if you are already selling on Amazon in the UAE, but most importantly, you need to be using FBA. And number two, you just need to enable the remote fulfillment option. So let's dive into part number three and let's look at the process step by step. Oh, by the way, before we jump into the tutorial, I just wanted to let you know that we have a live free webinar to discuss particularly this program and to talk a little bit more about how you can adjust your ads if you want to succeed. This is an exclusive webinar that I'm running with a lot of different partners, but it's free for you to attend. And as always, of course, there is a limitation to the amount of people that can attend. You can ask questions. It's going to be direct access to me and to the other partners. You'll find all of the details in the description box of this video. It will be at the end of July. If you're watching this video later on, worry not, you'll be able to find the link to watch the replay. So this is the remote fulfillment with FBA dashboard. You access it by clicking on the 3 lines menu, going into inventory, and then going into remote fulfillment with FBA. In this main page, the program benefits, you have lots of fantastic videos that the Amazon team have put together so that you can better understand the process. I would highly recommend that you watch video number 1 as well as video number 2. If you don't want to watch all of the videos, that is. Now, next, you would need to go to Marketplace Enrollment. Now, the account that I'm using as an example is already enrolled. Hence, you'll see it says the word enrolled here in blue. But what you would need to do if you haven't been automatically enrolled and this is still pending, you would just need to click the arrow here, go down, click the 2 arrows, or make sure that they are already ticked off, and then click here. What will happen is the enrollment will take up to 24 hours. After 24 hours, you need to move to page 3 to check which of your listings are now enrolled and eligible. So let's click on Manage Listing. So in this account, we have 9 products that are part of the account, and not all of them have been enrolled. I just wanted to show you the difference. So this product, as an example, is enrolled. If I want to unenroll it for some reason, I can click here and just click on unenroll, and then it's no longer enrolled. There's nothing else that I had to do. No creation of listing or anything. The same listing, like I said previously, that is shown in the UAE will, through what is known as BIL, Build International Listings, will show up on Amazon KSA. Now, this is a product that is ineligible. They have provided the reasons, they have provided some instructions, so there are a few things that we would need to go through. Sometimes it's an import-export type of issue, but sometimes it's just a small mistake or some error that we need to fix. Now, I would recommend 2 things. First of all, we need to check on the costs of selling this product. What is the difference? What are the FBA fees? But most importantly, let's click on Build International Listings tool. I just want to show you these features. So as you can see here, it shows me that there is a connection between AE to SA, showing a little bit more information. Most importantly, showing a price synchronization, applied currency rates, and what is the difference between the currencies applied, and some just general information. Let's go back to the previous page. Now, it's important to understand that the FBA fees are going to be different if you are doing Amazon FBA fulfillment in the UAE, or if you're doing remote fulfillment, meaning UAE to Saudi Arabia. Now, Amazon does take this into consideration and does increase your prices for the products automatically, but it's also important to understand this information and try to check and make sure that the prices align with what you want ultimately to sell the products for. So let's click on Revenue Calculator. So I'm just going to search here for a random product, but what you would need to do is to add your particular product. So you would add your own ASIN because we want to see the difference in terms of FBA fees. So I selected this product. As you can see, the product is currently being sold at 30.99 dirhams. The most important thing that I want to highlight now is the fulfillment cost, or the FBA fee, and the FBA fee is 9.20, 9 dirhams and 20 fils. Let's close this and let's actually open the remote fulfillment with FBA calculator. Let's change the inventory is in the UAE and the Amazon store is in SA. If the product remains the same, as you can see, the fulfillment cost from 9.20 jumps to 28.56. That's because the product is being fulfilled to literally another country. With that being said, now you can see the complete outcome, and then you can decide if you want to increase your selling prices even further. But Let me show you the easiest way to check what your current selling price in the UAE, in Saudi Arabia is. For this, you would need to log into Manage Inventory. Now, I have the page Manage All Inventory bookmarked here, so let's click on it. Now, you would find the product and click on the three-dot menu, click on Edit Listing. Log into the Offers page and then scroll down to the bottom, where you will see what is the current selling price of the product in Saudi riyals. As you can see, it is quite high, and Amazon has, because we changed it, and Amazon has provided a warning message. If I want to override it, then I click on override, and I can reduce it down to 72 dirhams if that's what I want. Override it to 72 dirhams, click Save and Finish, and done. Now that you know the step-by-step system, finally, let's talk about, should you use this program? This program is literally perfect if, number one, you want to test out the Saudi market. Number two, if you are not yet ready to launch your full business on Amazon Saudi and send your inventory over to Amazon Saudi, which inherently comes with more risks and a higher cost. And obviously, if you want to avoid logistics nightmares and shipping your products or splitting your inventory into different marketplaces, this is a perfect program. It's not ideal if you have very tight margins because you need to sell the product at a higher price and you still need to advertise because the product needs to be visible on Amazon Saudi. For the same reason you advertise in the UAE, you would need to advertise in Saudi Arabia. If you have products that are very generic, slow moving, heavy, this would not be an ideal program for you because the products are just simply going to be very standard and customers can maybe find similar products that they can get locally without paying any additional customs fees. And if the product is oversized and heavy, what's going to end up happening is the FBA fee is going to be very, very high, and now you're selling the product really very expensive. So how does a product look like through this program? This is what it would look like for a customer on Amazon Saudi. As you can see, the good news is the product is still delivered very quickly since it's delivered through the FBA system. However, the customer will have to pay import charges, which basically makes it a little bit less competitive for customers, for us as sellers who are doing this program versus people who are already having their products in Saudi Arabia and just simply selling their products. Two main mistakes to avoid. Number one, do not rely on organic traffic. You will need to advertise in this program. And number two, most importantly, please do not forget to adjust your prices to take into consideration the extra fees for this program. My overall thoughts about this program, I really think it's an awesome program. I think each and every seller, no matter what I just said before, needs to include their products in the program. But you can either decide to be passive, meaning have your products, and if they do sell, they sell, or you can be active, meaning that you are actively working in this program, managing your products, lowering your prices, discounting, advertising, which is what you would do similarly in the UAE, which is our home market. Let me know your thoughts about this program. Are you excited? Have you enrolled? Have you not enrolled? And if you have any additional questions, please do let me know by leaving a comment in the comment section below. I'll see you in another video with more information. Bye.